Yes. So, Nazis, or we can say it like this, Nazi Germany. Nazi Germany, officially known as the German Reich until 1943 and Greater German Reich in 1943-45, was the German state between 1933 to 1945, when Adolf Hitler and the Nazi party controlled the country, which they transformed into a dictatorship. It was a totalitarianism, autocracy. That is the definition of Nazi Germany. Nazism. Now, Nazism is a huge topic. It cannot be done in one day. The ideology is different, their history is different, their type of thinking is different. Uh, in full, its Nazism means National Socialism. It's a totalitarian movement led by Adolf Hitler as the head of the Nazi party in Germany. Okay. So this is the basic idea. In intense nationalism, mass appeal, and dictatorial rule, Nazism shared many elements with Italian fascism, I told you just now. However, Nazism was far more extreme both in its ideas and in its practice. In almost every respect, it was an anti intellectual and authoritical movement, emphasizing the will of the charismatic dictator. Charm, charming dictator, that aura, that swag, that type of character, as the sole source of inspiration of a people and a nation, as well as a vision of annihilation of all enemies of the Aryan Volk as the one and only goal of Nazi policy. Now, the roots, where did it come from? It had particularly German roots. It can be traced from the Prussian traditions developed under Frederick William, Frederick the Great, and Otto von Bismarck, which regarded the military spirit and the discipline of the Prussian army as the model for all individual and civic life. This comes from the proclamation rights of Friedrich Nietzsche's exceptional individual, the Superman all over university laws and rules from the French Revolution. So, there is nothing new. There was always something in the past which has been repeated again. History repeats itself. Now, Hitler's viewpoint was influenced during his youth not only by the currents in the German tradition but also by specific Austrian movements that professed variously political sentiments, notably those of pan-Germanic expansionism and anti-Semitism. Hitler was very ferocious. His ferocious nationalism, his contempt of the Slavs, and his hatred of the Jews can largely be explained by his bitter experience as an unsuccessful artist living a threadbare existence on the streets of Vienna, the capital of multi-ethnic Austro-Hungarian Empire. Everyone has a past. So that was the reason why he became so ferocious with the Jews, the Christians. He did not like them. He tortured them. He did anything possible on earth. So we come to this part here at the book. Just read few lines from there. In the spring of 1945, a little 11-year-old German boy called Helmut was lying in bed when he overheard his parents discussing something in serious tones. His father, a prominent physician, deliberated with his wife whether the time had come to kill the entire family or if he should commit suicide alone. His father spoke about his fear of revenge, saying, "Now the Allies will do to us what we did to the crippled and the Jews." The next day, he took Helmut to the woods where they spent their last happy time together singing old children's songs. Later, Helmut's father shot himself in his office. Helmut remembers that he saw his father's body, bloody uniform, being burnt in the family fireplace. So traumatized was led by what he had overheard and what had happened that he reacted by refusing to eat at home for the following 9 years. He was afraid that his mother might poison him. Although Helmut may not have realized that all that it meant, his father had been a Nazi and a supporter of Adolf Hitler. Many of you will know something about the Nazi and Hitlers. You probably know of Hitler's determination to make Germany into a mighty powerful and his ambition of conquering all Europe. You may have heard that he killed Jews. But Nazism was not one or two isolated acts. It was a system, a structure of ideas about the world and politics. Let us try to understand what Nazism was all about. Let us see why Helmut's father killed himself and what is the basis of his fear was. In 1945 May, Germany surrendered to the Allies. Anticipating what was coming, Hitler, his propaganda minister Goebbels, and his entire family committed suicide collectively in Berlin bunker in April. At the end of the war, an international military tribunal at Nuremberg was set up to prosecute Nazi war criminals for crimes against peace, for war crimes and crimes against humanity. Germany's conduct during the war, especially those actions came to be called crimes against humanity, raised serious moral and ethical questions and invited worldwide condemnation. What were these acts? Under the shadow of the Second World War, Germany had waged a genocidal war, which resulted in mass murder of selected groups of innocent civilians of Europe. The number of people killed, including 6 million Jews, 200,000 gypsies, 1 million Polish civilians, 70,000 Germans who were considered mentally and physically disabled, besides innumerable political opponents. Understood? Nazis devised an unprecedented means of killing people, that is by gassing them in various killing centers like Auschwitz. The Nuremberg tribunal sentenced only 11 leading Nazis to death. Many others were imprisoned for life. The retribution did come, yet the punishment of the Nazis was far short of the brutality and extent of their crimes. The Allies did not want to be as harsh on defeated Germany as they had been after the First World War. Everyone came to feel that the rise of the Nazi Germany could be partly traced back in the German experience at the end of the First World War. What was this experience? The birth of Weimar Republic. They had tortured, they had killed people like anything. Allies. The Allied powers were initially led by the UK and France in 1941. They were joined by USSR and the USA. They fought against the Axis powers, namely Germany, Italy and Japan. Germany, Italy and Japan, because Germany had that influence from Italy. So what was going on? They were just killing mass and masses of people, which was not done. It was a terror. So when the Allies started overcoming and they were trying to save all people, the Nazis who had supported the Nazis, they were all suiciding because they would have to be died. They will be killed. Every action has got a reaction. Okay. So this is all about it. Birth of the Weimar Republic. Today I am just reading and telling you some part. After that full explanation I will give. I like this. Nazism and Germany. We heard what happened. Why it happened? We are doing it now. We read what happened. Why it happened is the birth of Weimar Republic. Germany, a powerful empire in the early years of the 20th century, fought the First World War 1914-1918 alongside the Austrian Empire and against the Allies England, France and Russia. All joined the war enthusiastically, hoping to gain from a quick victory. Little did they realize that the war would stretch on, eventually draining Europe of all its resources. Germany made the actual gains by occupying France and Belgium. However, the Allies, strengthened by the US entry in 1917, won, defeating Germany and the Central Powers in November 1918. First World War. The defeat of Imperial Germany and the abdication of the Emperor gave an opportunity to parliamentary parties to recast German polity. A National Assembly met at Weimar and established a democratic constitution with a federal structure. So deputies were elected to the German parliament or Reichstag on the basis of equal and universal votes cast by all adults, including women. This republic was not received well by all people, by its own people, largely because of the terms it was forced to accept after Germany's defeat at the end of the First World War. What was the peace treaty? The peace treaty was the Versailles French Revolution with the Allies was a harsh and humiliating peace. Germany lost its overseas colonies, a tenth of its population, 13% of its territories, 75% of its iron and 26% of its coal to France, Poland, Denmark and Lithuania. The Allied powers demilitarized Germany to weaken its power. The War Guilt Clause held Germany responsible to weaken its power. The War Guilt Clause held Germany responsible for the war and the damages the Allied countries suffered. Germany was first forced to pay a compensation amounting to £6 billion. The Allied armies also occupied the resource-rich Rhineland for much of the 1920s. Many Germans held a new Weimar Republic responsible for not only the defeat in the war but the disgrace at Versailles. We'll keep it till here, and next class I'm going to give you the explanation what I read. So you also read till here and try to understand what was this effect, the effects of the war, why it actually happened, why did Hitler come up, why did they start torturing people, why did they start killing people. That we have to know. We come to know that, we'll know everything. Why were people scared of Hitler? Suddenly what happened? Why did the democracy go down? Here, dictatorship came in. What did the world think about the Nazis? Okay. Why were the Jews killed? Was there was no right to live. You were electrocuted, put into gas chambers. Thousands and lakhs of shoes. My God, it's very pathetic. When I think about it, I just imagine. Thank God that I was not born in that. It was very bad at that time. Crime against humanity they did, against people, normal human beings. Even Mahatma Gandhi had written to Hitler. Okay, so we'll come back and we will do that in the next class. Till then, take care, bye bye, and be good.